our new viewers today, we're doing a little bit of a behind-the-scenes video, and I wanted to take the time to show you that a little special project that we've been working on here. I think it's been, how long has it been? 6 weeks, maybe? 6 weeks I've been working on this. So I wanted to show you a little behind the scenes of something we've been cooking up in one of the rooms. So we have here, they just emerged on land about 3 days ago. These are the green and bronze arrow frogs, Dendrobates auratus. So these are a dart frog. So these little guys, they're probably about, I got them as tadpoles, so they just hatch out of the egg as a tadpole, and I've been raising them here in the back for the last couple of weeks. And we'll have a video a little bit later on showing you the metamorphosis process, but I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of these guys. Now, they're not quite big enough yet to put out for sale, but they will be available in the store eventually. But these guys are super cool. As a tadpole, they're kind of a chocolatey brown, dark color. And then as you can see here, they've morphed into this beautiful, don't climb out. Don't get any ideas, buddy. This beautiful frog. These guys are super cool. Of course, it is a humidity-loving species, so you can see he's got a little calcium powder from his melanogaster fruit flies he's been eating on left over. These guys, the care requirements, they're kept in the cool temperature range, so low 70s is totally good. High humidity, usually 70% humidity plus is ideal for most of your dart and arrow frogs. Dart frogs have to be one of my personal favorites. Just a really unique species, especially if you want to have a very beautifully planted live vivarium. These are excellent. Let's see if we can look at our other friend here. So these tend to lay a couple eggs at a time, and then those hatch into a small tadpole. And then one common thing of all amphibians is they all have what we call a larval stage. So that's when they're in the swimming stage before they emerge on land. So here's our other one. Like I said, these just came onto land. I came in the room on Sunday to check them for a water change. And I had some cork bark floating in there, and these guys were actually out on land. So they were telling me, hey, Colin, we're ready to go. So these guys are super cool. As a tadpole, it's really interesting because they actually are more herbivorous, so they'll eat all kinds of microfauna, algae, plant material as tadpoles. So believe it or not, I use a special type of pellet as a tadpole, and they actually eat on that really easily. It's like a micro pellet. And then we know once they emerge on land, dart frogs and arrow frogs and stuff, they're insectivorous, or insectivores? Yeah, insectivores, so they eat mostly insect proteins. So for most frogs, they'll consume either Tye-Dyed or melanogaster fruit fly cultures their whole life. Some of the larger species can have like pinhead crickets occasionally, but in general, I never want customers to expect that. They should plan on, if you have a dart frog, you're going to be doing some fruit fly culturing or feeding off some fruit flies. These guys are really nice. For a single individual, they can be kept in a 12 by 12 by 18-inch vivarium. Believe it or not, although they are a terrestrial species mainly, these guys are actually extremely proficient climbers. So they're able to climb and utilize all of that height in that enclosure. And in fact, if you've ever been to our retail store in Fairview Heights, if you go over in the dart frog corner, you very often will see dart frogs up in the leaf litter, or I'm sorry, the canopy in the top of the enclosure. So one of the great plants for these guys is called a creeping fig or a Ficus pomelia. And those guys, they like to grow on the glass and grow on decorations, but it makes a great jungle gym for your dart frogs. So these guys are super cool. They get about the size of a quarter, so a little bit bigger than that. This one you're seeing here, they've only been on land they've only emerged onto land within the last week or so. So just on Sunday, I brought them onto a terrestrial setup. When we got them, they were just eggs. These guys lay eggs in the water, and then like all amphibians, they have that larval stage where they hatch into a tadpole.
We gotta say hi.
Hi, Kenzie.
Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Ava and Emma.
Ava and Emma, thank you for watching. We're taking a look behind the scenes today at these, for those who are just tuning in. So we have some baby froglets of our green and bronze arrow frog. These are Dendrobates auratus. So these guys are super cool. We've raised these all the way up from a tadpole. You're welcome, Kenzie. No problem. Anytime for our loyal fans, I'll say your name. No big deal. These guys, it's hard to see in this lighting, but they really have quite a pronounced metallic coloration.
Oh yeah, I zoom in, you can see
yeah,
it.
And this coloration too will change into their adult color phase too. So they will look a little bit different as well. A very cute frog, I have to agree.
This is just how little they are compared to like your finger.
Yeah. So that's Heather's pointer finger, and that frog is tiny.
Yeah.
You see, we kind of have them in mini setups now. I tend to keep all of our frog tadpoles and frogs separate. Reason being, especially when they are tadpoles, it is very possible for them to cannibalize each other. So I like to make sure that frog is separate. That way we don't have any accidental eating, since we want to make sure that all of our frogs make it into adulthood. Very cool. Dart frogs, like for those of you who don't know, cooler setup, so low 70-degree temperatures, high humidity, 70% plus, and then they're insectivores, so they eat all kinds of fruit flies and other very small insects like springtails and things like that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, since these are really cool. We'll do a video posted a little later on to our channel that we kind of have a growth over time video where I show these all the way up from a baby tadpole all the way up into what you're seeing today. So the transformation is quite dramatic. Usually takes about 2 months for that to occur. It is a little bit of a labor of love. It's a lot of water changes and things like that. But they are awesome. Yeah, I agree. They turned out super cool. They're really a kind of a lackluster looking tadpole, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact of camouflage. Of course, when you're a tadpole, you don't want to be eaten, so you don't want to be bright, flashy colors. Of course, fish, as we know, if you've watched any of our fish feeding videos, they're attracted to those bright, flashy colors. That's why you see fishing lures that are these bright neon colors and glitter and all that stuff. So, yeah. So these are our green and bronze arrow frogs, babies. Just little guys.
Awesome.
Very dramatic effect. Good cinematography. Pure cinema. But yeah, I'll let Heather take you guys on a little bit of a walk. And if you have the opportunity, it'll be still a couple weeks before these guys are ready to go out to their new homes. I want them to get a little more size on them, but check them out in store. We also have many other dart frogs to choose from too. We have an inventory that changes all the time. So chances are if you come into our retail location at Fairview Heights, you're never going to see the same thing twice. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll let Heather take it back.
Yeah, okay. Gotta get my microphone back.
All right, test. There we go, perfect.
So,
make sure these are sealed.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you to our store floor, and we are going to see what bigger ones look like, because I think we have a couple of bigger ones, either the green and bronze or the green and black. So we're going to show you what they kind of look like. All right, so we're gonna venture out to the store floor. Thank you for the sub, Kenzie. Yeah, if you haven't subbed to our channel yet, make sure you do, so you can be notified when that video goes live. I'm hoping to post it Thursday. Now that we've got all our froggos. All right, let's see. Okay, so we don't have the green and bronze right now, but we do have the green and black arrow frogs. And they look a lot similar. The green and bronze just have more metallic. But this just gives you a good idea of how big they'll get. So there's I would say a sub-adult, just about adult size. That's a green and black. The black area on the green and bronze will be more shiny and metallic, like a more bronze color. So you can see get an idea of what it might look like when it gets bigger. But they are a different color morph. Well, I don't know if to call it a color morph or what, but a lot of these, there are lots of different colors of the different species, so it's kind of cool. I was just making sure we didn't have any other ones. No, actually, fun fact, poison arrow frogs in captivity aren't poisonous. So they're perfectly safe. Because in the wild, that's where they get their poison from, is from the bugs that they eat. So. Oh, hello. The blue azurius is out. What's my name? My name's Heather. That was Colin that was talking earlier.
We didn't even have them, do we?
I don't think so. We just have the green and black arrows.
we do have the same species, but as you see, these all say, a lot of these say Dendrobates auratus. So it's the same species, but we what we call a different phenotype. So they're basically a different locality of the same species. They look dramatically different. So a little cool.
Yeah, I was like trying to think of the word for it. Not a morph, but like a phenotype. Yeah. Yeah, these are actual dart frogs that, you know, if they were in the wild, they'd be poisonous because they aren't poisonous until they eat their bugs that has the stuff in them that allows them to produce their toxin. In captivity, they don't have access to that bug because it's not that bug's only found in that part of the world where they are. So, yeah. So, perfectly safe to keep as pets. I mean, of course, you don't want to lick it just because it, you know, the stuff on their skin might be a little irritating, but they're not toxic. Not like deadly. So, I wouldn't recommend licking anything. That's no. So, all right, you guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe to our channel here. Make sure you watch out for that video. That'll be. What is this place? Oh, we're at Tye-Dyed Iguana. We're in Fairview Heights, Illinois, right across the river from St. Louis, Missouri. About 15 minutes from downtown. So, no, don't leave. Gotta leave sometime. All right, you guys. Well, if you want to see more of us, check out our channel. We got lots of videos and fun stuff on there. You could like binge watch for hours and hours. We got like thousands of videos on there. So just check us out. Make sure you subscribe. So, yeah. So make sure you also follow us on our Facebook, our Instagram, TikTok, Clapper. We're on all those. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. And we'll see you next time.